Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Noodles at Noon, the show that focuses on things that are not worth focusing on. I am your host, Ben, and I am joined, as always, by my good friend, colleague, mentor, guidance counselor, Noah.
Oh, I didn't know that was officially that I was your guidance counselor. I thought I just kind of set myself up as that role, and I'm glad to see that it's stuck.
Yeah, even though I'm graduated, I still need a guidance counselor. And we are joined this week with special guest and Garrison Keeler of the podcast world. It's Daniel.
Hey. Thanks for having me back. That's quite an impressive list of credentials there, Noah. For a second.
Yeah, I'm pretty proud of it.
For a second there, it sounded like describing like you were a hobbit or something, like all the list of things that you've done when you're being introduced to a dragon.
Yes. Well, Daniel, thank you so much for being our special guest this week. Michael, again, is out of town. He is off doing some cool stuff, I'm sure. I forgot what he said he was doing.
I think he's at church.
Oh,
that's right. He's volunteering at church. That's right.
He's off traveling to church.
Yes.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. Daniel, do you have anything you want to fill us in from your past week? I mean, or past while. It's been a while, at least since I've talked to you.
Right. I feel like I have an advantage because I can pull from more than just a 7-day period in terms of my life updates. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's no secret. I think I've mentioned it here on the podcast before. I work in the church world as well. And so, this past week, we began the season of Lent. I don't know if any of you guys have ever kind of observed Lent as part of your practice, but, beginning with Ash Wednesday, the 6 weeks leading up to Easter is Lent. And oftentimes it's really common for people to give up certain things during the season of Lent in order to prepare, just kind of focus themselves on their spiritual walk. So yeah, that's kind of been mindful. I mean, there was a lot of things that we did to prepare for that, but then just, being in the season of Lent is always interesting. Are you guys giving anything up for Lent?
Yeah, I've Lent has been a newer thing for me that I've only really started observing and practicing the past few years. But yeah, it's been a good thing for us, and I think some of the things I'm giving up and then trying to replace it's been really positive so far, and
nice.
It's been a good season so far.
For me, it's never been something my family's been huge on. My mom's done it periodically in the past. One year she gave up bread for Lent, and I proceeded to tell her that's essentially everything.
Yeah.
She's like, hey, let's go get pizza. I'm like, nope, bread. Hey, let's go get pasta. No, bread. Hey, let's go to Panera. I'm like, it's called Panera Bread. So that's been my experience with it. But I've been talking with some friends who, a missionary actually overseas, and she was talking about what she's giving up for Lent. And one of the things that she said she was giving up YouTube videos, certain types of YouTube videos that she's like, I spend a lot of time watching these. I could do this. So I've been not debating, but seriously considering doing that same thing. I know it's already past the start of Lent, but doing something like that where sometimes at night when I'm trying to sleep, because it takes me a while to actually go to sleep, I might go to bed at a certain time, but I've just lay there for an hour and a half.
Right.
Whereas watching YouTube videos to help me go to sleep, or reading something like reading the Bible or reading a book, doing something more productive like that. So trying to get into the mindset of doing that, which is easier said than done.
No, that's good. I mean, oftentimes it's not only what you give up, but what you replace, your time with in that situation. But, one of the real popular things that people always give up for Lent is food. And I don't know if you've made the correlation, but have you guys ever noticed, especially McDonald's is kind of famous for this. Have you ever noticed that the fillet of fish always pops up in February and then disappears again in April?
Oh.
Yeah, because so many people give up red meat or whatever for Lent, so it's kind of always funny what kind of things people decide to give up and then what they replace it with. I saw an article this week, and this is kind of like what made me think of this whole topic, but I saw an article this week of a guy who this is his third year doing this same kind of fast during Lent, but he gives up all food and all beverages with the exception of 3 things. So during the 40 days of Lent, he only drinks water, black coffee, and beer. You know, and it like there's this whole like article about him. He says he's quoted it by saying, "I only have 3 to 5 beers a day. It's not like I'm it's not like I'm constantly drinking. You know, when you eat normally, if you eat the same thing every day, it gets boring. So I, you know, mix in a few beers here and there along with the water and coffee I drink."
The interesting,
it's only like 3 to 5 a day.
The interesting thing I see with that is like, isn't that what people normally drink? Like aside from soda,
right?
But if you ask people like what are your top 3 beverages that you typically drink? Like, well, in the morning I have my black coffee, and then throughout the day I have water, and then at night I have a couple beers. Right. I feel like that's normal,
but no food.
But it doesn't have any food.
He eats no food, right?
Food?
He's not eating any food. He's only drinking things. So he's just living on these liquids.
Drinking 3 to 5 beers a day with no food in your stomach.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
He must have like a pretty unique constitution going. He's noted in the article saying he really looks forward to this time every year. I mean, I can imagine why. But one of the reasons is he says every Lent I lose 40 to 50 pounds by just being on this diet.
Wow.
So anyway, I just thought that was interesting.
It's
personally,
not healthy.
Yeah, no. Personally, I've been giving up news for Lent. I kind of got one, especially once the pandemic. I've never been a news person, but once the pandemic hit, I was kind of keeping track of the news a little bit more often than, of course, the whole politics thing. I realized I'd slowly gotten to the point where, like, daily, I was probably listening to about 45 minutes to an hour worth of news podcasts and things, and so I've just replaced that with other stuff, and it's been good. Anyway, go Lent. And hey, if you're like this guy in Ohio who decides to forego all food in favor for beer, go whatever, man, go for it.
Speaking of like the whole fillet of fish thing, they should call it the Ferlenta fish.
Oh, wait.
Play
those,
yeah. No, play the crickets.
Where's the wah one?
Oh, wait. Here, serve up that joke again. I'll be ready.
Hey, instead of calling it the fillet of fish, McDonald's should call it the Ferlent of fish.
Hey, all right. Sorry.
Thank you for bringing up that topic and bringing that news story. That's really funny and interesting. Thank you for that, Daniel. This week, I was watching TV because I didn't give up TV for Lent. But my dad and I were watching a TV show called Battlebots, which if you don't know anything about Battlebots, people with a certain amount of time on their hands create robots and machines that are built to attack other robots and machines, and then they put them in a cage together and watch them destroy each other. And it's incredibly entertaining.
Cage fights for robots.
Yes, cage fighting for robots. People control them with remote controls and do all the stuff, and there's a point system ascribed to it. It's a real fun time. And this week we were watching it, and the way too cool announcer person for the BattleBots tournaments was like, and then he says, the city where I live. So this team is from my hometown. And then they came out, and I saw them, and I must say, I wasn't terribly proud. And it really ignited in me the sense of, do I want this team from my hometown to win BattleBots? And it made me think of this YouTube video I saw one time a while ago, and it was someone who went around, and let me preface this by saying, my hometown does not have a WNBA basketball team. If they did, I would probably be a big fan and support them, because I think that sort of thing is cool. But this person went around and asked people if they would rather have $5 or for their WNBA team to win the national championship. And about 90% of the people said they would rather have the $5, which I think is sad and ridiculous. First of all, that's not cool. But it made me think of this with this whole, like, do I really want this Battlebots team from my hometown to win the Battlebots championship? Because, yeah. So I figured, is this a normal reaction to have to learning that your city apparently has a Battlebots team?
I thought that was going to go so differently. I thought you were going to say, and I saw my team come out, and there were all my old high school friends. I thought you were going to like, and my little brother was on the team. I don't know. I thought you were going to like recognize them or something.
No.
All the friends that he made fun of and said, "You'll never go anywhere in life."
You'll never be anything. You'll never be on a TV show.
Both of my boys in their elementary, middle school years had little experiences on their school's robotics club. And they kind of do the same thing. Like during robotics club, you start at the beginning of the year, the kind of teacher kind of lays out how it all works and kind of shows you how to do it. And then the project for the club is to build a robot throughout the year. And then at the end of the year, you all go to the competition. And I don't think they battle in middle school, but what they do is like, you have to like pick up a block and move it from here to there. There's like 4 or 5 different tasks that you have to make your robot do.
Was it
pretty
called
interesting stuff.
Like Vex Robotics or something?
Could be.
Because one of my friends did that, and he was in it every single year and would go to like nationals and regionals and stuff for the robotics team at our high school. But yeah. Noah, do you have anything? I'm still trying to process how I feel about this.
I looked up BattleBots because I kind of have heard of it, but haven't ever seen it. And I'm watching Blacksmith versus Minotaur, which has about 20 million views on YouTube. And it's kind of amazing. Like,
it's awesome.
Maybe this is the future of fighting. Because I don't know. I'm not really into human fighting, whether it's like boxing or wrestling or cage fighting or whatever. Like this is a way that we can still get our like barbarian impulses out by watching things destroy each other. But
living vicariously through robots.
Yeah, we're just destroying robots and not humans. So wow, this is terrifying.
So Ben, was that the turnoff for you, that like it was like so like over the top glorification of violence that you, like it kind of was the turnoff?
No, I don't. Because I think it's a really cool show, first of all, but I don't know what it is about them being from my city that just made me be like, ooh.
I can tell you when I was a kid, like we were into Legos and all that kind of stuff, but like the number one thing that me and my brothers did with Legos is we each had like 5 minutes to construct the most like sustainable, durable car we could, and then we'd just get on either end of the kitchen and like sling them at each other and crash them into each other, and whoever's car like was like on its wheels the longest was the winner. That's all we did. That's what Legos was.
I sent a screenshot of the team to our group.
Whoa, that's cool.
Look at those guys. They're 1 and 2.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Hey,
I will say this: they did lose. Which, yeah.
You know what,
but
Ben?
I don't know.
I give you permission to celebrate in the joy that these guys from your hometown are experiencing. I'd say it's a great thing. Let's go for it.
You know what? I think you're right. Through talking through this, I kind of decided, they're out there living their best life.
Right.
I support them. So
they found their niche.
I'm gonna go follow them on Instagram, provided they have an Instagram.
Let's start a BattleBots team.
Let's do that too.
That's what I think. See if we can get in the next show.
I don't know. I kind of feel like we need Michael in here or somebody. Not to say that I don't believe in you guys, but I don't know. For some reason, Michael seems like he might somehow be able to get his mind around BattleBots and like be amazing at it.
I feel like Michael would be the best engineer. He could engineer the bot.
He likes RC.
Ben's the hype man.
I'm the. Let's go.
Ben's just the hype man for the team.
Hey,
I don't know what I'm doing, but let's go.
We work alongside some engineers. I bet. Could you imagine what some of those engineers from our company, our workplace, could like put together? I bet
That's
you guys pretty
totally
amazing.
true.
You guys build lawnmowers. You just like turn one of those upside down.
Oh man,
that's true. Lawnmowers can hurt.
That's what we sell. But like Noah and I have seen the myriad of things that the engineers have made just for fun around our company. We've got a whole series of these, they call them skates, but they're like go-karts, but you sit way down on the ground, and instead of having a steering wheel, the whole go-kart leans to turn. They have like all of these electric powered scooters that they ride around the company that they've made. One of their favorite things to do is to make enormous like ATV mounted t-shirt cannons. So like they're giant like pressurized things that'll shoot, I mean t-shirts, but pretty much anything you put in there, like hundreds and hundreds of feet. Anyway, so I feel like these guys could probably put together something pretty impressive.
I think we should go for it.
All right, we need a good name, the Noodlebots or something.
Noodlebots.
Ooh, Noodlebots. All right.
It could just be a way to, that's how we market our show. It's just through a BattleBot. Well, thank you guys for helping me with that conundrum. I appreciate it.
I was trying to market our show on Rocket League because you get to choose a team name. So I just made our team name noodlespodcast.com, trying to draw in listeners.
But then I made our team name Noodles at Noon.
Oh,
So
that's true. Yeah, and then Michael joined Ben's team instead of mine.
Yeah.
So then I had to I had to join Ben's team.
I had cooler colors. I actually set it up so that our colors are the Noodles at Noon colors. Just
Oh. Daniel, have you ever played Rocket League?
no, I haven't. I typically do try to stay kind of up to speed, especially for what my boys are into, what they're playing. Early on, it was me introducing them to things. Early on, I introduced them to Pokemon and showed them how to play the Pokemon games and the Pokemon show and all that kind of, and then early on I showed them Minecraft, so I introduced them to a lot of games, but then I saw them getting into Rocket League and I just never had a chance to get into it or to try it, but it looks pretty epic. It's soccer with vehicles. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty much just soccer with a giant ball and you have rocket powered cars. And that's pretty much the whole game.
It sounds epic. It sounds pretty amazing. It also sounds kind of hard. It seems like, I don't know, like a car doesn't like turn quickly, right?
Oh yeah, it's very hard.
Noah, I found something for your YouTube channel.
Oh,
What is that? It's a Game Boy game.
It's the Game Boy Advanced Battlebots Design and Destroy.
What?
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
I totally forgot I had this until just now.
Come on, Noah.
What's funny is
I'm picturing like 120 episode long Let's Play series on YouTube. Like
yes.
you just commentate and you start from the beginning and you read every piece of text and you play the whole game.
Yeah, I've actually put out maybe a personal record for me. I've put out 3 YouTube videos this week. Ooh. Which Ben does every week, which is awesome. But I decided to try a new format of, I don't know if you guys have seen on the YouTube app, they have this YouTube Shorts feature, which is pretty much like YouTube's answer to TikTok or any of those short form video platforms. So it's any vertical video that's under 60 seconds. So I've been trying my hand at making a few of those, and it's been really fun to try and do something different. Like I normally make kind of longer videos. And it's interesting to try and make a whole video that has a point and make it under 60 seconds and not just make it like a dance video like Ben does on his dance channel.
Yeah.
Noah,
it's been a fun format.
Why am I just now hearing that you're doing YouTube? Like of all the things that, I feel like I know quite a few things about you, but how did I not know that you do YouTube, much less 3 videos a week?
Well, I don't know. I do like a video a couple times a year maybe, but I've been going a little harder at it lately and trying to put out just some random stuff. I'll send it to you. I try not to tell too many people because I don't know. I don't
Natural
want people
growth.
to think less of me.
Gotcha.
Yeah, natural growth. That's the reason.
I will say this. I may put out 3 videos every single week, but the videos that Noah creates require so much more effort than mine do, because I don't even edit mine really. I just edit the audio together and then color grade them and then post them. That's all I do. So his videos are more complex than mine. So yeah.
I recently, over the Christmas break, when I had a week of not working, I made a 20-minute edited, scripted review of Lego Island 2 for the Game Boy Advance. I'm pretty proud of that.
What?
It was really good.
Video.
Man.
But now I just make very, very short videos, apparently. But they do way better. They do way, way better than the long videos that I spend all this time on.
Yeah.
I posted a video a couple days ago, and it got 600 views in like an hour, which is more than like any other video.
Man. Yeah. The suspense. Wait, the suspense. The suspense is deep. I can't wait to like take a look at what you're doing on YouTube. Challenge. What? Man, I know you guys are super secretive. I think that's part of your niche here, but you guys should put your YouTube channels in the show notes one of these days.
Maybe.
For like the first 2 years, Jesse was the only person in the world that knew about my YouTube channel. And then I've slowly started telling more people.
Yeah.
That's like a rite of passage for your relationships, isn't it?
Right.
Hey,
It is.
you want to
Yeah.
see my YouTube?
It's a rite of passage, and it's also like one of those, hey, here's a red flag warning opportunity. What's this guy got on his YouTube channel? Nice.
Well, Noah, do you have anything from the past week you want to talk about? Not that I don't enjoy this conversation. I love this, but...
Well, I was going to talk about finishing projects, but then the YouTube thing felt more organic. So I talked about that. But I will just say, yesterday at work, well, okay, I don't know about you guys, but I star emails that I need to, for like projects I need to finish. If somebody sends me an email about a project, I'll star it, and then Gmail puts it kind of in a separate place where it's starred or flagged. I have had one email that has been starred since November 12th, 2018 in my work email for this tool that I've been wanting to build for a long time, and I've worked on it little by little for a long time. And I knew I was getting close, and finally yesterday I had a lot of time at work, and so I just decided to sit down and finish it. And I finished the first draft of this new tool that Daniels and my coworker can use, and it's going to make her life a whole lot easier. So my PSA for the week is finish what you start.
Nice. Congratulations.
So it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling to finish a 3-year project, which I actually just finished another 3-year project that I talked about a few weeks ago. So it's been a good season of finishing old projects.
Doesn't
Do
that
you
feel
guys
awesome?
have anything
Doesn't that feel great?
outstanding?
Checking things
It
off the
feels so
list.
good. Yeah.
Yeah. So this might show my age, but before Gmail was ubiquitous, that's what the inbox was. Like the only thing that was left in your inbox were things that you had to complete. And then when you completed it, then you filed it or archived it. So that's still actually what I do. I don't star it, but my inbox is empty except for things that I have to do.
I don't want to talk about my
inbox.
inbox.
You're an inbox 0 guy.
That's right. Inbox 0.
I'm an inbox 31,000 guy.
Oh my goodness. It
Let's
hurts.
Let me open up my Gmail right now and tell you how many unread messages I have.
I built a tool for a client a few months ago that it pulls in how many unread emails and how many emails are in each of his employees' inboxes, and then he can keep track of who's not inbox zeroing and then get after
What?
people who don't clear out their inboxes.
That's nasty, man. Man, that's like the assumption that everyone in the world works just like me. And so you have to do exactly the way I do it. Man.
It's pretty bad. Actually, I'm looking at it right now and I think, I'm not the worst offender right now. I'm usually the worst offender because I only work 2 hours a week.
16,749, but that
Ben.
might be
Wow.
wrong. That might be a bit low. I have 142.7 of my 200 gigabytes used, so we're going to arrive at a problem soon.
Oh, man.
Anyway.
Do you think, like, in your lifetime, are you ever going to clear all those out?
No. I'm just going to start a new Gmail.
Do you ever use them or reference them for anything?
So I get little notifications when I receive an email that's important. Like, I've marked emails from certain people that I know are going to be important. So whenever I see one of those show up, I know it's something I have to look at and respond to. And that's usually what I do. But for the most part, a lot of these are just like notifications that I get from either eBay, my bank, which I should probably look at. Let's see what else is here. ESPN. Right. I don't know why I get emails from them.
Foreclosure notice.
Foreclosure notices from my parents.
IRS.
I'm being audited.
You're underwater, man. Like here, suggestion. Depending on if you're a Mac or a PC, Command or Control A, select all, and then hit that archive button. Just give yourself bankruptcy. I mean, it's all still there. You can search it and find it, but then like you're starting fresh.
I think it's funny. So this is what I mean when I say I think the 16,000 is low, because this thing over here says showing messages 51 through 100 of 22,247. So somewhere I have so many emails that I've destroyed the Gmail code.
Right.
And it's no longer telling me accurate information. So
Gmail doesn't even know what to do anymore.
Gmail doesn't know what to do with me. As far as unfinished things that I've started, I love writing. It's what I do for my job. I've talked about this. I write social media posts. But I have lots of books that I have started writing and have not finished. And it's always something that, like, I need to finish this so I can sell my book.
Sell it.
And I do it for no reason other than profit. But maybe I do need another reason.
Maybe it's because money isn't a good enough motivator for you. Maybe you need to find.
I think we've talked about this on the show, where money does not motivate me, like, in the least. If there's something that I don't want to do and they're like, I'll give you money, I'm like, no, I'm good. Like, I don't want to do that.
What's your greatest motivator then? Is it food? Is it friendship? Like, if I tell you I won't talk to you until you finish your book.
It probably won't work, if I'm being honest.
Doritos.
Not that I don't want to be your friend, but I know that since you are my friend, you're going to talk to me anyway.
It's gotta be the appreciation, the accolades. And so here, I got a perfect solution for you. There's zero money in this, but like I hear Battlebots Fan Fiction. It's a huge thing. So you get into Battlebots Fan Fiction, you're going to get all kinds of people. Like, yeah.
The Tombstone versus Minotaur fan fiction. Yes. No, I think what'll motivate me. See, like when I was in college, it was like, I write for college, so I don't really have time to want to write on my own because I'm doing a lot of writing for school. And now that my job is literally writing all day long, when I get to the end of my workday, I'm like, time to not write for a little bit so I can wake up and continue writing. So I think that's where my mind's at right now, where I'm just like, I do a lot of writing on a daily basis. So it's sometimes hard to motivate myself to write again when I'm done with writing. So,
yeah, that's kind of been me with like my main source of creative outlet is making videos, and I haven't had a whole lot of time just to work on them. But now that Jesse's at work and I have a couple nights a week where I'm just home alone, not really doing anything, I'm trying to use that time to make some videos and just explore some different creative projects. And it's been really fun.
And I think like also with me being out of college, because I studied journalism in college, so I was making like writing, shooting, editing journalism videos a couple times a week. I would make 2 or 3 videos. And now that I'm not in college, I don't make videos that often. And as I've broken out my studio lights, I've been setting some stuff up. So I'm like, hey, I don't make videos all day. Now I can kind of like get back to enjoying making videos and doing them that way.
Nice.
So, yeah.
Ben actually created that John Krasinski Some Good News show like 2 weeks before John Krasinski did.
I did.
He was doing it before.
It's called Good News
that
Wednesdays.
Nice.
Yeah.
Man.
And it was
I
better.
stopped doing it
And he
because-
didn't sell out.
No, I didn't sell out. I
And
just
you didn't sell out.
pulled the plug.
Hey, I think the message of all this is do what you love and do email however you want.
Yeah. I know I'm going to get a lot of responses about, Ben, you're insane for having your email the way you have it. But really, it's Noah's fault because he's the one who set up my email. Anyway, we're going to move on.
I did. That's true.
Like when I was 11. We're going to move on to some...
because I wanted to chat.
Reviews, or not reviews, but feedback. And I got this one from my friend Maddie. She Snapchatted it to me. So, hey there, Maddie. Hope you're doing happy, healthy, and well. She texted me, important question, which is a great way to spike my anxiety whenever I receive a message that says that. Important question. I was recently catching up on my favorite podcast, Cough Cough, and I heard there could be potential for uncut released version for donations. How sizable a donation are we talking? Because I need to know what Noah said that was so bad, literally everyone felt the need to mention it.
I wasn't even on this episode, but Noah, I've even heard what you said because it was shared to me in a private MP3 clip.
Oh,
And
really?
isn't it-
I don't remember that.
Isn't it worth being cut out but teased almost every single?
Yeah, it's it is worth the hype. And I don't know, Maddie. I mean, I think that's a great idea to send out uncuts, but I do think that there needs to be a black box. What goes in the black box never comes out again.
I know, because we've always talked about we're going to set up a Patreon where it's like whatever, and then you get uncut versions of the shows. But 90% of our shows, the uncut is us at the beginning talking about the show notes, and then every once in a while, Michael's garage door will go up and then go back down. And in Noah's case, it will go up whenever his neighbor's does. And those are usually what gets cut out. And so it's like, it's not really that interesting, but every once in a while we do get what Noah said. So I guess the reason I bring this up is, should we actually do that? Because we always joke about doing that.
I guess we'd have to be careful, and we'd have to decide what could be released and what, as Daniel said, needs to go in that black box and never be talked about again.
It's true. I mean, we could just put a disclaimer like, hey, you are opting in to hearing
Right.
this.
It's like inviting somebody to your YouTube channel. You know, this is me in and out, take it or leave it, good or bad. Hey, we all put our foot in our mouths every once in a while, just not as bad as Noah.
Yeah.
Because we do have pretty high standards of cleanliness, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's not like any of the stuff we cut out is like overtly us being and saying horrible, terrible things. It's normally just something really funny that doesn't really line up with our brand.
Right. I think it's a great idea. I think you should go for it. I mean, you could even like start, I mean, this is an audio podcast, right? But like, I think some of the great stuff that happens is what happens in the video chat here. So you can even record those and put those up.
I mean, last week, Michael randomly started streaming without telling us.
So Michael had a stream this week that I was on because he's playing. I've been trying to get him to play this game, Shenmue, for a long time. And so he finally decided to play it. And about 20 minutes into the stream, this guy shows up in the chat and he starts telling us like, hey, if you go into this room, there's a secret. If you look at this painting, it'll trigger a flashback scene. And so he was guiding us through all these things that even I didn't know. And I played the game before. And so I asked him like, man, you know a lot about Shenmue. What's your experience with this game? And he said Shenmue and he named one other game are the only two games I've played in the last 20 years. So he was like solely devoted to this one game. And then he tried to use a word that Michael had blocked. And then he complained about Michael's moderation, and then he left, and we never heard from him again.
Man, you guys
funny
blew it.
because I'm Michael's mod.
You were probably just a minute away from the guy donating like $1,000 to your channel or something.
But we blew it.
You blew it.
See, I wasn't even there, so I couldn't be there to moderate the chat. But
I forgot Michael had made me a moderator, but I didn't know how to do that. So I saw the message come in, but it like got auto blocked or something.
mm-hmm.
And then I just saw him say like, wow, your auto mod is up too high. And then he left.
Oh, that's sad. What I like to do is whenever someone says something, I just like copy and paste their message into the blocked terms thing. And it just makes Michael mad because it'll be something like the word bacon. And Michael will just get a notification while he's playing a game that says, bacon has been blocked by your moderator.
Oh, man.
It's like, no, stop blocking bacon.
Poor Michael. You guys,
Poor Michael.
yeah, you guys are like constantly griefing him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
It's
love
fun.
him, though.
It's all good.
It's all good. Well, Maddie, there's your definitive answer on if you'll get the chance to hear that. We don't know. Because also, I don't know if that file still exists somewhere. Anyway, I guess all our files
that's a
are
good
on
point.
Google Drive. They're all there. But yeah, we have games this week, as we typically do. And if I go to my show notes, this is the sort of thing that would normally get cut out. But we're going to leave it in this time so you'll know what you're missing. It is my turn, and I'm going to play a game. I orchestrated a game. It's normally a game that Noah does called This Is Not A, and it'll normally do like Pokemon, or This Is Not A, something else. I can't remember off the top of my head because we've played so many games. But I'm going to do This Is Not a Minor League Baseball Team, because minor league baseball teams have some of the craziest names that you could possibly imagine. And what I've done is I have 5 rounds. Each round has 4 minor league baseball teams. One of them is not a minor league baseball team. It is Daniel and Noah's prerogative to guess which one is not the minor league baseball team.
Nice.
So, Daniel, Noah, I'm going to need your answers at relatively the same time, and I'm going to keep track on this notebook that I have over here.
C. The answer is C.
That is
It's
incorrect.
always C.
And we will start with question or round number 1. This is not a minor league baseball team. Is it A, the Lansing Lugnuts, B, the Memphis Mud Buddies, C, the Modesto Nuts, or D, the Amarillo Sod Poodles?
Whoa.
One of these is not a
What?
minor league baseball team. A, the Lansing Lugnuts, B, the Memphis Mud Buddies, C, the Modesto Nuts, or D, the Amarillo Sod Poodles. I will need your answer
Muddy buddies.
in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mud
C.
Buddies. B.
Noah says C, the Modesto Nuts. Daniel says B, the Memphis Mud Buddies. I made up the the Memphis Mud Buddies.
Hey!
So B,
Oh.
Daniel is correct. Moving on to round number 2. A, the Akron Rubber Ducks. B, the Rocket City Trash Pandas. C, the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Or D, the Wichita Wile E. Coyotes. Would you need me to repeat any of them?
Yeah, run them.
All right.
Yeah.
A, the Akron Rubber Ducks. B, the Rocket City Trash Pandas. C, the Norwich Sea Unicorns. Or D, the Wichita Wile E. Coyotes.
I'm between 2.
I
We'll
got mine.
decide in
I'm locked
5,
in.
Yeah. Okay.
4, 3, 2, 1.
D.
Trash pandas.
Noah says Trash Pandas. Daniel
That's
says
the Wile E.
D,
Coyotes.
the Wile E.
Yeah.
Coyotes. I made up the Wile E. Coyotes.
Hey!
Oh.
Anytime I get
Daniel's
it right,
got
I'm going to
this
do the
game.
cheers. If Noah ever gets it right, I'm going to give you that one.
Wait, if I get it right, I get that sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This seems unfair.
Hey,
The
whoever,
Rocket City Trash Pandas are a minor league baseball team.
I mean, that
But
would.
the rubber ducks one is also?
The Akron
The
Rubber
Rocket City
Ducks,
Trash
Rocket City
Pandas
Trash
seemed-
Pandas, and the
was gonna
Norwich
say,
Sea
they
Unicorns.
seem-
They're all teams.
Yeah, they seemed seemed too specific to.
For my mind.
Yeah.
Moving on to round number 3. A, the El Paso Chihuahuas. B, the Montgomery Biscuits. C, the Toledo Tornadoes. Or D, the Hartford Yard Goats. That is,
Run
once
those
again,
one more time.
Yep. A, the El Paso Chihuahuas. B, the Montgomery Biscuits, C, the Toledo Tornadoes, or D, the Hartford Yard Goats? I will need your answer in 3, 2, 1.
D, Yard Goats.
Biscuits.
Noah says biscuits. Daniel says the Hartford Yard Goats. Those are both minor league baseball teams. The Toledo Tornadoes are the team that I made up.
Man.
Oh, that's tricky.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough one. That was a tough round. Like all of them were right on the edge.
You guys have to look up the Montgomery Biscuits logo. It's amazing.
It is
like,
pretty good.
It's like a biscuit opened up with butter for its tongue and then eyes, like googly eyes, and hands and shoes.
Oh, that is terrifying.
This isn't going to be one of the ones listed, so I'll give away this one. But look up the logo for the Rocky Mountain Vibes minor league baseball team.
The Vibes. Whoa.
It is a s'more? A flaming s'more.
Whoa.
Because that's the Rocky Mountain Vibe. Question number 4, or round number 4. Is it A, the Stockton Markets, B, the Albuquerque Isotopes, C, the Portland Sea Dogs, or D, the Pensacola Blue Wahoos? That is, once again, the Stockton Markets, the Albuquerque Isotopes, the Portland Sea Dogs, or the Pensacola Blue Wahoos. I will need your answer.
Okay.
In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
A.
It's got to be the Stockton Markets. Yeah, A.
You both say A, and you both are correct. I made that one up. Guess I've got to do better.
Hey, good job, Noah.
Hey, good job, Noah. Going into the final round. Question number 5. A, the Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, the Richmond Flying Squirrels, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, or the New Orleans Baby Cakes?
Oh, man, tough.
Oh, man.
I'll read those again. The Jacksonville Jumbo Shrimp, the Richmond Flying Squirrels, the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, or the New Orleans Baby Cakes? The New Orleans Baby Cakes.
Ready.
Gotta
All
go
right,
with
I'll
my
need your
gut.
answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
B,
Baby
Flying Squirrels.
Cakes.
We have D, the New Orleans Baby Cakes, and B, the Richmond Flying Squirrels. You are both incorrect. All of these are minor league baseball
come on.
teams.
Hey!
I figured
That's
all of
okay.
those
I couldn't
ones,
have caught up.
all of those ones are crazy enough to necessitate just having a trick round at the very end. So,
That's awesome.
yes, all of those are minor league baseball teams. Highly recommend looking up the logo for the New Orleans Baby Cakes. That's a good one. But the final score. Noah, did you look it up?
Can I get the last point on a technicality? The New Orleans Baby Cakes actually retired and moved to Wichita, Kansas in 2019.
Did they become the Wichita Wile E. Coyotes?
They became I don't know. I think the Wichita Baby Cakes, but they built a $75 million baseball arena for it in 2020, which was probably not the best idea in 2020.
Ouch.
We usually call those fields.
Baseball
or
arena.
parks.
Right.
Baseball arena.
Yeah, it says baseball arena here. I don't know if you can like fight there or.
I'd go
Wichita's
you a
new
pity
ballpark won't be just a baseball stadium, but a year-round entertainment palace that will transform the city with sports, concerts, and even outdoor ice skating in the outfield.
What in the world?
Having been to Wichita,
Wow.
I will say palace is a strong term.
Yeah.
I'll give you a pity point, but that still means Daniel wins 3-2, taking home this week's edition of This Is Not a Minor League Baseball Team.
All right.
Good job, Daniel.
Thanks.
Was that Matthew McConaughey? Was he just here?
He was.
Yeah, he snuck in.
He sneaks in from time to time.
Right.
Matthew, not today. No, please leave. Please go through the door.
Get out of here.
Yes, that way. Yes, get out. And we can add like a door slamming sound effect in there.
Yeah.
I'll just do it.
He's going to go slam a door, I think. Oh, there it was.
I don't know that works.
I heard
It
it.
kind of did.
I don't want to annoy our neighbors.
This-
Okay.
There's a great way to get sound effects. It's called the internet.
Yeah, but this is normally the sort of thing we would cut out, but since we're not cutting anything out, we're going to leave it. Since you won, Daniel, why don't you take us on the journey of playing a game?
All right. So, yeah, thanks, Ben. Glad to bring a game. It's always fun thing to do, thinking about coming on the podcast, thinking about what we could talk about. And honestly, well, a couple disclaimers on this game. Number one, Michael said it's okay. I checked with Michael. We were chatting last night on Discord, and he thinks it's hilarious, and he said it's going to be fine. So that said, this game does acknowledge the existence of adult beverages. We're on a theme here. I've got another game that's going to be like, yeah, we don't condone or necessarily promote it. So it just acknowledges the existence of adult beverages. So this game is called Band Name or Hipster Beer. So similar to the fireworks or band, I'm going to read a name of something, and you're going to have to tell me whether that is a band name or the name of a hipster beer. So just an example, a practice round. If I were to say pathological lager, band name. That's a given, right? I'm sorry, that's beer. Pathological
I was like, I'm pretty
lager.
sure
I was going to say.
Had that last Friday. What are you talking about?
And then compare it to like Camper Van Beethoven. Camper Van Beethoven. That's a band name. So
Band name,
anyway, so pretty simple premise. I'll read out a pair of. I'll read out one to each of you, and you can let me know what you think it is. Sound good?
Sounds great.
Noah, you want to keep
This is
track of
gonna be
points for
awesome.
me?
Who did you say? Me?
Noah, yeah, you want to keep track of points for me?
Yes.
Sorry, we had a little disconnect there. All right, here we go. We'll start with you, Ben. The first one, Call an Ambulance. Is that a band or a hipster beer?
That is a hipster beer.
Oh, unfortunately, that is a band. Call an Ambulance is a band. Noah, to you, Tactical Nuclear Penguin. Tactical Nuclear Penguin. Is that a band or a hipster beer?
That made me laugh.
I think I've had that one. It's kind of got a peanut butter earthy flavor. That is a hipster beer.
You got it. That's right. Tactical Nuclear Penguin. That is a beer. Ben, back to you. Barbarian Streisand. Barbarian Streisand. Is that a beer or a hipster band? I mean, a hipster beer or a band?
Is it a band?
Unfortunately, that is a beer. Barbarian Streisand is a beer. No, coming to you. Here's the next one. Trump Hands. Trump Hands. Is that a band or a hipster beer?
That would be a very small beer if it is a beer.
I was gonna make that joke.
I'm gonna say I think that's a beer. I feel like that's one of those quick cash-in beers.
You got it. You got it. Trump Hands. I don't know if I'd be willing to taste it, but that is a beer.
No.
Okay, coming back to you, Ben. The next one. Hooba Stank. Is that a band or a hipster beer? Hooba Stank.
That's a band.
You are correct. That is a band. Good job. You're on the board. Got some points there. Hooba Stank is a band. Going over
Dude,
to
I
you.
used to listen to Hooba Stank.
Really?
You did.
They did music for a Sonic the Hedgehog game.
Hey, nice. All right, passing it over to you, Noah. Here we go. Geriatric Hipster Club. Is that a band or a hipster beer? Geriatric Hipster Club.
It's very self-aware if it's a beer.
Right.
I think it's a band.
Unfortunately, that is a beer. It's a very self-aware beer, as Ben said, but that is a beer. Geriatric Hipster Club. All right, here we go. Ryan and the Gosling. Band or hipster beer? Ryan and the Gosling.
Oh boy. I want to say band, but I'm not. I'm gonna say beer.
Nice.
Yes.
Good job.
Nice.
Going with your gut. That is a beer. If it had been Ryan and the Goslings, I think that would have tipped it over the edge. That would have been
Yeah.
hard one. All right, Noah, to you. Natalie Portman's shaved head. Band or hipster beer? Natalie Portman's shaved head.
Whether it's a band or a beer, I don't want it. I'll say that. Beer.
Noah says Natalie Portman's shaved head is a beer, and he is correct. It is a beer. Sounds a little... Yeah, I don't know about that. Okay, back to you, Ben. Here we go. Chumbawamba. Is that a band or a beer? Chumbawamba.
My heart's telling me band, which means it's probably a beer.
You going with beer?
No, I'll go with band.
Hey, good job. It is a band. Good work. All right, Noah, to you. Here, hipster band or beer? Is this? It's nose basil. Nose basil.
I feel like I've heard of this, and I think it's a band.
It is a band. Good job.
Yes.
I'd be surprised if you ever heard of it, because this was a band that I had with a couple of the friends in the 90s from college, and we never played a single show, but we were called Nose
Yes,
Basil.
that's why I've heard of it. You told me about this.
Oh no, I gave it away.
That's
I
cheating.
still think that's
collusion.
It's an awesome band name, Nose Basil. Hey,
I love it.
SpeakPipe. What's your most amazing band name that never existed that you thought
Ooh,
of? Send
yeah.
us a SpeakPipe. How do you do that, Noah?
You go to noodlespodcast.com.
Noodlespodcast.com.
And from there, you hit contact in the upper right corner, and you hit the big orange button to record a message that will potentially be played on our podcast next week, as long as our automod doesn't ban you for using foul language.
Nice.
Which, speaking of foul language, if you play Among Us, and for whatever reason, if you type boyfriend or girlfriend in the chat function, it censors it. I don't know why.
Ooh, weird.
That was just a little
Too
tidbit.
many people trying to meet up on Among Us.
Yeah, hey, you want to be my girlfriend? My Among Us girlfriend?
Oh, man.
And then you stab her in the back.
All right, we got a few more rounds here. Are you guys doing good? You want to keep going?
Oh, I'm good.
Let's
I'm
do it.
losing, but I'm
All
good.
right, here we go. This is, I forget who's, oh, this is over to you, Ben. Okay, here we go. You're my boy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue.
Let's see. The last one was a band, and the one before that one was a band. So I'm going to say beer.
Hey, you're gaming the game. Good job. You're my boy, comma, Blue. You're my boy, Blue.
You're my boy, Blue.
All right, here we go, Noah. Mott the Hoople. Mott the Hoople. Band or beer?
Mott the Hoople. That's a beer, Steve.
Nope, that is a band.
Oh.
Mott the Hoople is a band.
Ben's chance to come back.
Okay, here you go, Ben. Gandhi-bot.
Band.
Gandhi-bot. That is a beer. Gandhi-bot is a beer. All right, we're cruising through, Noah. The Strawberry Alarm Clock. Band or beer? The Strawberry Alarm Clock.
That I think is a band.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
I thought that'd be tricky because it had strawberry in it. Anyway, Noah, back to you, Ben. Wang Chung. Wang Chung, band or beer?
Band.
Yes. I've heard of those guys. It's an older band. But Wang Chung, nice work. Nice. Gandhi-bot beer in the chat.
but they're in trouble
Noah.
for it.
I just found a picture that just says American company in trouble for Gandhi-bot beer, but I'm not going to click on it to find out the context.
Yeah, clearly, the mod on our Discord server is pretty wide open. Anyway, all right, you guys are doing great. Noah, you got 5. Ben, you got 5. We're head to head here. Coming over to you, Noah. This is called Kilt Lifter. Band or beer? Kilt Lifter.
I think that's a beer. I think I've heard of that one.
Yes, indeed it is.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, going into the last round, Ben, your opportunity to tie it up. Here we go. Glass Tiger. Band or beer? Glass Tiger.
I mean, it could be a beer that's served in a glass, but it also could be a band. So I'm going to say band.
Hey, all right. Glass Tiger is a band. All right, last question. And unfortunately, I don't have any tiebreakers here. So, I mean, it is tied 6-6. So, Noah, either to let it remain a tie or to give it away, or to take it away. Stupid Sexy Flanders. Band will do a Stupid Sexy Flanders.
Oh man, there's a lot riding on this. I think I'd be a part of that band, and I would drink that beer actually.
Okay,
but I'm gonna say band.
Band. Okay. If I guess beer because I think it's a beer, do I win?
I'll give you that.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so Noah's banking on band. Ben is going beer. No, the Stupid Sexy Flanders is a beer.
Oh,
Ben sweeping in last minute. Nice work.
Coming all the way back.
You brought it back. You were in the hole there for a little while, so nice work.
I think I was down like 2-0, and I win 7-6. So
I feel bad. I was listening to last week's, and Noah, you performed poorly last week. Here we go again. Another poor. I don't know, Noah. Your band. I mean, your game is not gaming so good.
I know. I think we need to keep a record of who's won.
we really should. We need to like go back in time and keep track of. Not go back in time. We need to go back and listen to the shows and keep track of who's won what.
So, tell you what, that sounds like a good project for Mandy or Maddie.
Maddie.
Oh yeah,
have Maddie go back.
She can have
Maddie go back and listen, and if she does, like, she can have the original, like the stems.
If you go back and you tell us the record on all of the games we played, I will let you know what Noah said. Because why not?
It's hilarious.
Well, thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you, Daniel, for being here this week. Thank you, Noah, for joining us as always. It's always a pleasure. Congratulations, Daniel, on winning a game. Congratulations, me, on winning a game.
Yay.
Noah, we'll get there, bud. But all you listeners, you guys are the true winners because you all are winners. Thank you so much for listening. Anyone have anything else they would like to say?
I do.
Oh, no.
I got a text this week. I need to right a wrong that I made last week.
Oh yeah.
I was not aware that my mom still listens to the podcast ever. Apparently she does. She says, I know who Randy Jackson is, who was the host of American Idol, one of the hosts or something. And I don't recall ever forbidding you from watching American Idol. So for the record, my parents did not limit our American Idol intake.
They limited mine. It had the blasphemous word of idol right there in the title.
Okay, now we're transitioning to, is that a good parental move? No, I'm kidding.
Well, and then she said in the next text, I'm not saying I would have let you watch it, but I don't recall any of us ever being interested in it. So
Right,
just for clarification, we were not banned from American Idol. We weren't necessarily allowed to watch it, but we were not explicitly banned.
Noah's mom, I just want to make it clear, I'm not questioning your parenting. That was a joke. We're still good. Don't worry.
Clearly you did something right, guys. Clearly you did something right.
Clearly did something right because now we have Noah and we love Noah. But thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for sticking with us for these past 29 weeks because this is the 29th show. So yeah, it is. Thank you for being here for the third time, Daniel.
Glad to be here.
Actually, no, Jesse's been here 3 times, I believe. But you're in good company with Jesse. So as far as who's been on the show. So thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you again next week. Have a good one. Bye.
We never know how to end it.
No, endings are a struggle.
Here's
constantly.
your ending.
The crickets. The cricketing ending.